You walk the number, you better take a shot on camera with
I want some money or something.
I take one. Will you take one?
I'll take one.
We'll take one. My nose is giving me hell.
I think I want
do booger sugar.
I think I want some money. So,
We should hit him with that Millie Rock, that Duce Ciroc. That's that Millie Rock.
Shit,
Bitch.
Hell no, shut the hell up.
No, I'm saying, bro, I'm just saying that was look like a, he was running on me. He was like he was about to fucking
Bobble it.
yeah.
Bubble. And almost.
But it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
I see that new Battlefield.
I think I'm gonna get it.
That shit look clean.
Yeah. No,
It's Battlefield.
Battlefield.
I heard the
Every
Vanguard
time I
was
get one of
that.
them hoes, nobody
Call of
else
Duty
gets it at the
Vanguard.
same time as me. And it makes me mad because I be the only person
I
playing.
don't ever
it.
play
It's
games
like,
like that.
I want to play with my friends if I get a game like that, you know.
As far as I go.
I need something that I can have some camaraderie, yell at you at.
Let's go, CD!
Hey,
Cowboys are on.
Hit it!
The homies, weekly wrap up, episode 17.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're in here. Shout out to Deuce that Cam's a little turned up right now.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if he
Yes,
gets it.
sir. He gets that hoe.
Shiggity.
yeah.
What's the word, fellas? How y'all feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Feeling good.
It's always a battle whenever we have the Cowboys on.
Feeling good. How are you?
Yeah.
It's there, yeah. Sometimes we have to live away.
Just want you
Stay
to
focused.
know.
I've been good though.
Everything rolling?
I know you still in your hot board.
Yeah,
Y'all taking shots?
Yeah, we did.
He's taking his now.
Sorry.
Tim, are you gonna take one?
Oh yeah.
Say the best for last.
Ooh, take a shit now. It's a cognac, man.
You know what I think's crazy is how
Sip that out of my bottle.
how COVID
Out of my
still
baby bottle.
has affected like
Look.
football this season, like sports in general.
Yep.
It's true.
It's crazy how COVID has affected sports in general.
Right? It's crazy how Aaron Rodgers, though, sat out and lied to people about him having a shot, and it came out that he didn't. He's like, I mean, I took this
Medicine.
Yeah. It's like, man, come on, man. You should have stuck to your gun, man. You shouldn't be acting like you had the shot. If you didn't have the shot, you didn't have the shot.
Oh,
He
is that
was
what he
mad
did?
about it.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, he lied about it. At least be like Kyrie, like, look, y'all ain't forcing me to take the shot.
Immunized.
But I feel like no matter what, he was gonna get hate regardless if he told people that he got it or.
Yeah, he probably would have got hate, but it wouldn't be as bad. Me as a man, like you came in here and put a lot of people lives and risk because of the fact you lying about you having a shot. You're not following the protocol that they set established for you if you didn't have a
Does the
shot.
NFL have where you have to get vaccinated?
Yeah, no, you don't have to get vaccinated, but if you're not vaccinated, you have to take certain protocols. Like you have to have a mask on everywhere you go. You can only be around so many people.
So
And you have to
every so often.
yeah, you have to do Zoom meetings instead of actually doing face-to-face meetings.
But look though, even though if you get the shot, people still dying. They got the
Yeah,
shot.
no, you're right. I agree with you 100%. But my thing is, as a man, you should be lying about getting a shot.
Yeah.
And you making it seem, and then the thing that kills me is you making it seem like people that didn't have the shot was like fucked up for not getting it.
He's playing one.
It's just
Yeah.
it's just so. I don't know. It's such a hot topic, and people are so divided on it.
They're trying to enforce some shit like that at our job, to be honest, right now, and it sucks because me personally, being of the darker descent, I'm good on putting anything in me that I don't have to put in me. And if it's one of them situations where you might die regardless, like, you know,
what's the point?
if it's in the air, you breathe it in, there's so many possibilities of you getting it, and you might still get it even if you have the vaccine. First off, I don't have enough money to pay for the rich version of that vaccine. Second off, no, I'm not about to take a vaccine made by somebody who's making our baby oil. Y'all tripping.
Oh, that's right.
Not doing it.
It just kills me how you can still die from it. But I feel like this first little this first vaccine, I think there'll be about 20 other vaccines just because they say you can still catch COVID even though you have the vaccine. With anything, like, it's gonna be so many variants, bro, and of course it's gonna get like it's gonna get crazy, but it's gonna keep on going. The way that if everything that they said about COVID is true, then COVID is here to stay and it's just gonna wipe us out till
they feel like giving you the actual thing that fixes it, dude. I'm good on it. Just long story short, good on it. Because end all be all, it's one of them situations where you can get it, you can get your vaccine, you can pay the money for it and still end up dead tomorrow. Or you can get the vaccine and it be the thing that kills you. Like you said, there's a whole bunch of different variants of this stuff. And if there's a bunch of different variants, that means y'all still ain't isolated which one works yet. This is all trial and error, and I'm not about to be the error.
Yeah.
And like I get, you know, it working situation. Yeah, it's like, oh, you're putting the other people at risk and this, that, and the other. But
It's like reality, if you get the shot, you still put it
in reality, if you get the shot and you contract it, and then you give it to me, then
You put me at risk.
you're putting me at risk. Just being here is a risk. You going to job, you going to work, living's a risk. Okay, so stop being a little girl about it, rub some dirt on it, keep pushing. This ain't the first time something crazy done popped. Every couple years they got some new flu,
They got
swine
a new
flu,
drop,
they got a new drop.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you can either go pay the money to go try to keep this away from me with World 2, but it all be all, man. It's up to whoever decides,
Speaking of new albums, you think Silk Sonic here stay or go?
I need that whole genre to come back.
Yeah, that funk album, man.
That funk album was
Man,
fire.
bro, it's honestly, that should be like album of the year right now.
That funk album
It's a
was
musical masterpiece right there. It brought back.
Well, I haven't listened to it. I got it downloaded on. Is it on Apple Music?
Yeah, it's on everything. Spotify. Apple
Is there
Music.
anything remotely close to it in its lane?
No. Many time creator like.
I like don't be
Sometimes,
vibes like that. It's something.
But no, like literally right now, there's no music really made like it, because it comes with that funk. So you have to go back to
like 24K Gold.
Yeah, but it's not like that.
But I'm saying like
Okay,
the
so
songs
y'all
like
yes, I
remember
fuck
when
with CLB.
Childish Gambino had dropped that Redbone album? It gives
Yeah, it gives that feel.
reminiscent of
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
You know,
But it has fun, like it has Boosie Collins talking through the album and stuff too, saying yeah, he named himself.
you can never
Let the
go.
people know who don't know about the album, who made the album. And everything.
Silk Sonic made by Anderson .Paak, Bruno Mars. I wish I knew the musician who played the instruments in the background group name. I don't, unfortunately, but they're cold too. Because boy, if you like funk music, or if your parents like grew up with you like Sunday morning cleaning up, doing that old school funk music, you'll like this album.
If you like any type of featuring from anybody saying, all right, baby, and
Yeah,
some
Boosie
Boosie Collins feel on there, you
Boosie
know,
Collins.
you trying to get on any type of slide
I'm
music,
gonna have to go
something you
check
can
it out,
go
man.
put
I'm
on
gonna
the
have to check
skate.
it out.
Get on that Silk Sonic, because that was fire.
Yeah, my favorite song on the album, Put on a Smile. I ain't gonna lie, that shit got me in my feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a damn good song.
Honestly, the whole listening experience.
That's how it is, though, dude. You run across those songs that just like, you remember
It's right
that
in
point in
feels.
time.
There's some songs I know everybody's got a song to this day you can't listen to, specifically because of the situation that you done dealt with.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
A
You
specific
can like
person.
smell shit.
Yeah.
Like whenever.
I got a song like that.
I got a
Man,
song that
Bro,
throws
it's
you
crazy.
into an instant flashback.
man, I got one of my favorite Mac Miller songs like that, man. I'm like, man, like it comes out
Remember
like
everything.
man.
It's tight as fuck.
And hey, that's one of the reasons. Like not to go all deep, but
Now we need it.
like Alzheimer's, like people who have Alzheimer's, right? Dementia.
Right.
They did a test. They did a test where if they played like certain music, they would like start to come out of it. You know what I'm saying? They would start to come out of it and like sing the song and be reminiscent, like things that would happen and start. You know, they would remember certain like the people in the room, but they would be like, hey, you know, such as like, you know, you remember when you did this and this and this and this, like certain memories.
Absolutely.
And so
That's
like
cool.
the human brain is so crazy and so like we know like what like 2% of what the human brain can do,
Right?
or whatever.
We only use like
to
what
us,
certain
you know what I'm saying?
small percentage of capacity of like our actual brain.
Yes.
You know what's crazy is they're doing a lot of studies with like psychedelics and everything that pretty much
Yeah.
whenever you take them, you can access
different
like
portions
different parts of the brain.
Yeah, it
You
shows
usually can't.
they have what
Like
do you
you
call
have
it?
different connections that like that's going on once you're on.
They have little
like, on
studies that show the passages your brain take on a day-to-day basis just to function.
Yeah,
and then
like-
when you introduce psilocybin and like the amount of neural ways that open up and sections of your brain that were dormant Like you haven't used since you were like 6, 7 years old or whatever.
It makes you
Open
wonder.
up,
That's a good movie.
and it makes you wonder.
It's like there's different dimensions in this room right now that we just can't see. You know, it's just
Yeah,
weird.
because it's crazy how like the scientific studies on shrooms, how like it actually like helps people with PTSD, or it opens your creativity, or however you want to say it. I'm sorry.
Kinda to piggyback off of what Tim said, it's interesting that you said that because little tidbit about me, I used to work at a nursing home called Whitehall in Crockett, Texas, East Texas, just random place up. But when I used to think it was always interesting how they would have older folks in this old folks home that couldn't necessarily remember like their family members that would come in and stuff and see them say hi or whatever. But you would always catch them singing a song that they remember from when they were in church, like forever ago, and that would just kind of be their thing, is they're just constantly singing, you know. And it's like that right there in itself just lets you go to see that music speaks to you more on a primitive level that we don't, not necessarily everybody understands. You know, it's crazy. It's like you crossing a threshold when you're listening to good music.
Of course,
Not a lot of good music comes out, but some things they just resonate.
You see, it's funny you say, cause I was watching the Drink Champs Kanye West interview, and they were talking about how music, how like we us as black men and stuff, how we you know, we don't know our native language. You know, it was taken from us, but you know how we resonate with music so well is because you know we spoke with like beats and drums and stuff. That's why we resonate with that type of stuff so well. And I was like, dang, that's kind of true, because like you put some music on for me. I don't care what type of language it is. As long as the background music and stuff is good, I'm gonna listen to it.
Yes.
So I like the way that the melody is orchestrated together.
Yeah, man, I know exactly what you mean.
He was talking about how like 808s like deal with certain chakras in your body. And
Yeah.
So it's like the lowest chakra. The 808 is the lowest chakra.
So you'll be jamming to some shit, won't even know why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have plenty of songs on my list that aren't anywhere in a language that I could ever understand or even try to understand, but I do know that the feeling that the person's outputting into this microphone with this beat resonates with me, which is what is there's a whole song that I listen to on a weekly basis that's in French by this beautiful African French girl. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful, gorgeous, long hair and everything. She sings this whole, and it's cool to see her rap, but in French. Like the way she's breaking it's reminiscent. Okay, so like if you were to listen to this song, you think about it like, okay, it sounds like something that we would do on this side in America.
Right.
It sounds like R&B, but with rap tones to it. For her to be all the way over there and then doing that in French, but you can still relate to whatever she got going. It's beautiful.
Music is really universal, like on all sides. So
Mm-hmm.
I'd never turn my ear down to anything like that. You see Sauce Walker as that dude from Japan.
Yeah, Japan. Yeah.
He's a Japan artist, bro. Like, and he's actually pretty good. There's actually a few songs that's like pretty good.
But if you know me, you know I fuss with Mexican music.
Yeah.
I
This
fuss
dude
with
rapping like Sauce Walker rapping like
He's rapping
In English or
no. Yeah, I mean some of it you can hear, and I'll let you hear it after the show, but some of it you can hear the English words, but he's all like, you know, over there. But another question I have for everybody before we turn on this topic: how many songs? Okay. I've asked you this question before. I think. How many songs do you think your brain can retain?
Oh, millions.
Hundreds, thousands.
have you heard of that theory like Dunbar's number or some shit where you can only remember like 150 people truly in your brain?
Really?
You heard about that? There's like some theory. I don't know.
Are we talking snippets or full songs?
No, just full songs. Like, I know for myself, if you cut on a song that I listened to back in 1993 and it was like it wasn't that popular, I would start singing it because like I know the song. You know, or I even would be like, okay, I know this tune. You know, I may know a couple of the words and then it'll come back to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like the brain is like
It's
stupid
like you
powerful.
never forget. Especially the songs you jam
Yeah,
out
once
of
it's
it.
in there, it's kind of locked in. It really just takes that beat and that harmony to bring back, like, okay,
It's just an
I heard this before. I used to sing this all the time. Because if y'all were to try to go back and sing all of Redbone right now, I bet you wouldn't be able to do it. But when that song was playing, everybody was jamming the mess out of that thing. I knew that song word for word, and the only reason I even say that is because just yesterday I was trying to sing back Redbone, and I was like, dang, I forgot the words of the song. Until I turned it on, and I was like, what are you talking about? I know it. I used to sing this to my girl who was laying in bed.
Something hot in the news is that Kyle Rittenhouse shit.
See him trying to fake cry, man?
And he tried.
Oh man.
Oh,
He was trying to get them tears out, man. He couldn't get them tears out.
man.
it was
He was
bad.
trying to be like,
I said, damn, lock him
He had
in.
to point and look at somebody for help. He was like, am I doing it right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. He was like, you know, stop this.
What do you think about that judge though? That was like
Oh, that's
defending him.
that's
Is that weird?
That's raw. And you know
That
what?
was
You know
weird.
the judge's phone rang, and it was the Trump rally music. They're trying to call for a mistrial.
What?
Yes, bro. Go back, look it up. His phone rang. The judge's phone rang, and like everybody's looking around, like whose phone? And the judge was like, "Oh, wait a minute." And it was like literally the Trump rally, like the music, like the Trump would come out to.
What do y'all think about the whole situation? I mean, what do you feel like the end game should be for it?
he needs to go to
It's
jail.
such a touchy
Yeah.
subject.
I'm not.
Ain't no way around. He needs to go to jail. Fuck
Have y'all
that.
seen the video?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. What happened?
Supposedly he was protecting, and we went over this on one of the positives. Supposedly he was protecting somebody else's property, business or property.
Wait, a gun that wasn't even his.
And he traveled.
AR-15.
He traveled across state lines to do this.
Yeah.
That kid who did that from like some year,
It was like a year
or
ago.
two
A year
ago.
ago.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
remember. So yeah, put him in jail. First off, you had people out here for that specific reason to
look,
protect businesses.
He's not law
Bottom
enforcement.
line.
And you're not law
How long do
enforcement,
y'all think
dude.
he should be getting?
I say.
Didn't he? So,
I said at least a 10 piece.
No, he killed somebody.
Nah,
Give him life.
I
He killed two people, I thought.
Look here.
He might have shot two. I'm pretty sure he shot like one dude. I saw like fucking one dude's arm was just
One dude's
shooting
dead.
up.
No.
One dude's dead.
One dude's dead.
If y'all are out here just throwing life sentences at people for accidents, if somebody
Accident.
purposely went and shot somebody to protect something that is A, not yours, B, you're not even from this state. See, you just came out here with a gun,
I see where you going
opened
with
something that
that.
popped off.
Yeah, there. I
You
saw
was
a
looking
military
for
guy
trouble,
posted,
dude.
like,
Nah.
we call that
Homeboy.
an insurgent. Like somebody that's armed in a place where he's not from, you know. But it's like,
That's some terrorist stuff,
See,
bro. Anybody else who were to do that would be labeled a terrorist.
My whole thing is,
fucking.
I feel like what y'all are saying is true. Like, he did go across, like, he should be getting hit for all that.
Federal.
Like,
Yeah.
You should go to
but
federal.
another thing is, there's that one video where there's like multiple people attacking him too.
Correct.
To where it's like, if you had a gun, there was multiple
Dude,
there's
doesn't
someone
he shoot
swinging a
Aren't you gonna
skateboard.
attack the dude who has the gun though? Like, okay,
No,
there's
but he wasn't
multiples of
shooting
you.
anybody at that point, I don't think.
Yeah, bro, you walking around with an AR and you expect me to
But you're allowed to
think
do that.
that you're not from here.
See what
We can't even have guns like
What we
that in
don't
this
know-
state. You just drive walking around the
He's
street.
a minor. You're not allowed.
And you a kid?
Like I said, he needs
I'm gonna
to
punch
get
you. You don't deserve a gun in the first place. What do you mean? Somebody take the gun from the kid.
At a certain point, it's like bad, and then it's like what's right and what's right and what's wrong and what's wrong. So what you have to do, to me, you have to strip everything and say, okay, law. All right, you weren't supposed to be here. You weren't supposed to be
Exactly.
there. This is what you're gonna get. All right, you're gonna get 5 years here. You're gonna get 10 years here. You're gonna get this here, and we're gonna do it like that.
It just be. I mean,
And stay home. I mean,
So
you
killed
gotta
somebody.
be real
I'm
about
gonna say
it.
firsthand, if Alex's place of business, if he called me and said, Tim, hey man, they about to start loot, I'm coming. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
I'm
different.
coming. But I'm not gonna be out there. I'm not gonna be out there like, hey, stay the like. It's bothering the business. Hey, stay the fuck. And I don't
That's
know
true.
specifically what was going on because it's always three sides to the story. One side, the other side, and the truth.
yeah.
So I don't know what happened before the cameras came on. They could have been whooping his ass all up and down the street, and you say, you know what? Hey, I'm about to tear this shit up. You know what I'm saying? But then on the other hand, I'm like, all right, I know what I seen. So, like I said, strip everything and go by the facts. And okay, like he's going to jail for sure. He's going to jail. That's all.
For the murder alone, he should get 25.
He can't. There's no reason why he should get off of being a minor, having that gun, having someone else's gun, taking that cross border. So even if he gets away with self-defense, he still needs, like, for the actual shooting.
Here's my thing.
He needs to still go for all the other stuff.
Wait. Here's my thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they were rioting though. You went to a riot with a gun.
Yeah, here's my thing though.
They got chased by some people.
They got chased by some people.
Someone took a big ass skateboard and fucking swung it.
Smacked him with it.
There was 3 people, or he was laying on his back. There was one guy jumping up with his foot, about to stomp on his head.
But here's my thing.
Another guy had a pistol out.
Yeah,
too.
Exactly.
If it was black, do you think we'd be having this debate right now?
I ain't gonna say that, bro.
Ambulance, the cops.
I ain't gonna say that, but that's.
I'm gonna say
It's true.
No, that is true though. That is
I mean,
true.
it is.
If he was, even if he was Mexican, he'll be in jail already.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even been a trial.
No.
That would have been made.
They would have to put it on
here, boy.
You mean to tell me you can't cross somebody else's state line? How'd you get the gun here in the first place?
You done messed up now, boy.
See, and that's why I said he needs to still get the years for that, but at least one of those people that he killed, it was like self-defense. And that first person that he did.
Somebody chasing me.
Oh man.
Yeah, somebody was swinging a skateboard and there's 3 people on you trying to stop
I'm not saying you're wrong for
on that
defending
one,
yourself.
that's self-defense. Though.
In that
The
case.
first one, I'm not sure.
But the fact that you're not of age to be doing this all of the things in a whole, the fact you went across into another state, you're not of age to be carrying the gun in the first place. What did you come to a ride for without any other intention than to do something
Assault
stupid?
rifle called state lines.
You came over here
Underage.
specifically to do
Not in your
something
name,
stupid, bro.
I'm just saying this.
Burn
I
the
don't expect him to get
in the
like.
balls.
I don't expect him to get. I don't expect him to get like 50 years. I think at the most. I'm talking about what I expect from like.
But if it was
What if he gets off?
bro,
If he gets off, that's an issue.
I don't think he should get off for everything.
Yeah, if he gets off, that's an issue. But I don't expect him to get like 60, 50 years. I expect him to go by, he may get 60 or 50 years, whatever they tally up to. But he's not gonna, let's keep it funky. He's not gonna get like, they're not gonna charge him the most egregious, bro.
We know.
He's not gonna get the most egregious. So, but we know he's getting some.
But like Cam said, if he was of course, he would have got terrorist. He would have a savage. He's an outlaw. He thugs, all that. It's crazy.
They would have pulled up that boy's record.
And it's just it's off that fake ass crime, man.
The other thing is minors are also TARs.
Yeah.
Charged as adults. How old is he anyway?
I think he was 17 whenever it happened.
Man, what?
16.
Oh, well, that's different states. Different states, you consider minor.
You consider adult at 17.
At 17 years old, I know what
Bro,
I'm doing.
and I don't care if he was in Texas,
Even
his ass
before
would
Yeah,
have got skinned
before
already.
then, I knew what I
He
was
got
doing.
skinned already. For
The
real.
fact that you took the time to
Yeah,
find somewhere else
that's
to go
crazy
cause
to think
somebody
about.
else an issue or try to go protect. Bro, you 17 years old. Your job is to go to school right now. But you out here trying to protect people's businesses that you ain't never known.
You're not even invested in.
Yeah, bro. You
ain't work for them.
You ain't bought
You don't even know.
any of these people's story. You ain't even funded any of these businesses that you're protecting.
It's
And
crazy.
now you tripping.
He tripped out.
Honestly, I that's one of them. You gotta see what his family look. Look at his family record type stuff. See whose mom and dad is, or the people who are raising him. Look at what they got going on. And if it look like they've been doing some weird, devious stuff in the background, then, hey, bro, chuck it to the game. That's what he grew into. I mean, but nah, you can't just act like that was that was
Yeah, I
okay.
saw that.
So, 10-year anniversary of Say Cheese, Sean Cotton.
Yeah, shouts out Sean Cotton, man.
BMW's very own.
That's crazy.
Shouts out to Sean Cotton and Say Cheese TV.
Big fat. Shouts out to y'all.
That's been grinding.
Yeah, he been grinding forever, bro. Since I was in middle school, he was grinding.
Yeah, bro.
Say Cheese been out for a minute.
For a minute.
It's crazy. Somebody from this area.
I remember. Oh yeah. I remember before, like, well, that might have been the same time as Say Cheese, but he had the Call of Booty parties.
One of those lists were always the biggest fucking deal.
Yeah.
All those top 20 rapper lists, dude, those were always such a big deal.
Yeah, definitely big shouts out to Sean Cotton and everybody at Say Cheese, man. Congratulations on 10 years and more to come.
Sean Cotton did a lot for work,
man.
Yeah, he did a lot for it, man.
And Goyayo and all that.
Get Money Lil Ronnie. Quentin
Whenever Spud was out.
Yeah, Spud Boom.
He put a lot of light on Fort Worth.
Yeah, shouts out to him for real. He always showed the city love.
Always. And so,
y'all want to end it right there?
Anything good? Oh, shit, we can. I need to look at the cameras. Y'all got anything good before we get up out of here? Cowboys are on, man.
I was just that.
Crunchyroll Funimation merger.
Yes.
What is it?
Look into that. Oh man.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
They're gonna get all of the worthwhile anime aside from the stuff that they're doing on Amazon Prime. If y'all aren't watching Amazon Prime's anime, go ahead and check that out. Because if you like the more mature audience
Vinland
stuff,
Sagas and shit.
like Vinland Sagas, what they call Lost in Abyss. You like mature depth drama type thing, check out Amazon Prime. They got a good list. But in other news, Crunchyroll and Funimation is supposedly going to merge together. And once they do that, boy, I only need one streaming service.
And I already got one.
I'm not leaving the house. Oh my gosh, I don't understand. This is a monumental occasion for anime fans all over. I hope you guys are standing up and applauding, giving yourselves a pat on the back. Because it takes y'all forever to make good choices when it comes to anime. That's a great choice, though. It doesn't make sense for me to have to jump back and forth between Crunchyroll and Funimation. It's it's like DC and what do you call it? Marvel getting together. Which they need to do that too. Because if y'all are going to be doing the multiverse thing, just pitching an idea here, y'all might as well go ahead and redo that Marvel versus DC that y'all did way back when on those comic books.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see, like Wolverine, fight like Batman or something.
Well, speaking of Wolverine, did y'all see that X-Men is finally part of Disney again?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see that. That's major.
Yeah.
Disney Plus?
Yeah. They're remaking the original X-Men TV show. And it's supposed to be putting it out on Disney.
With that being a thing, you think they're going to finally bring them into the MCU universe?
Yeah, they're supposed to. And I hope they can allow that to bring back Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Do you think they're going to have to get rid of Magneto because he pretty much one-shot everybody?
No.
I mean, think about it. Everybody running around in metal suits. Oh, boy.
We can wrap up, baby. See you next week. See you next week.
Safe.
Peace.